at the moment, depending on when the fans are allowed back into stadium, then we'll obviously open at that point.
Sure.
But at the moment,
are you open to the odd guest on the odd occasion? Because we're having a vast side tour coming out very, 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 very shortly.
If we survive.
If we survive, we're all doing the, well, I say all of us, most of us doing the skywalk. So I think on the day that we do the skywalk, I think we'd love to pop in. If that's
you will all be welcome to pop in that. Yeah, let us know when it is, and we'll just make sure it's all nice and ready for you guys. And you can come in.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
Yeah, that'll be great.
I'll tell you what you can do on that day. You can get an extra helper, because that helper will be the person that isn't going to do the skywalk, but will probably want to be there, and they can come and help you make sure that the premises are COVID secure and COVID ready to receive to receive us all. We'll all have a get together and a chat. We're not going to name the person that won't.
Who's going to do that then, Wazza?
Well, we're not going to. What's that? What, be the guest, or do what? Going to be
the one that's not going on the skywalk.
Well, I didn't want to name them. I don't want to name them. I don't want to.
Well, okay. All right. Well, anyway,
the process of deduction, though.
Jamie, you did have a point.
I think that sort of leads on. I think that leads on to sort of the Skywalk video. I think that leads on to the Skywalk video of the players that were out there this week, and I think we've discussed this in the background. But out of all of the players, if you were on the Skywalk, who would you be? Which of those players? Because obviously you had Mora he nearly jumped off the side of the building, didn't he? Going, "Come on, you Spurs!"
But he is insane, isn't he?
Surely that's Stacey. When I saw Mora, I just thought of Stacey.
I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be doing. And you're about to hear me. I've got a louder voice than Lucas.
Give it.
I will be giving it all the way up there and all the way up the top.
When Stacey found out that it moved, he was very, very happy, weren't you?
I'm very excited that it moves.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
To be fair, although I reckon I'm going to be... I'm definitely the one that's going to be clinging on for dear life. But the fact that it moves is going to be amazing. Like, I can't wait for that. That's going to be fucking unbelievable.
No.
I can't wait. Jamie, who would you be?
I would be the bloke that was stood downstairs while Lucas Moura was shouting, "Come on, you Spurs!" I wouldn't go up there, and if I did, and if I was forced to, I'd be Tanganga. I mean, I went for a breakfast in the Duck and Waffle in that hideous tower in the City of London, and Christ, I got in the lift. It's a glass lift on the side of the building. It felt like I was going to die. It was just hideous. It was just.
You're talking about the Shard?
No. The one with the Heron Tower. The Heron Tower where the Duck and Waffle is. Yeah. So, I got in the lift and it's just glass on the outside of the building. Yeah. I shut my eyes, went all the way to the top, ran out of the lift, sat down at the table, looked down. And when you're on the floor, when you're on the ground and you look up, it's not that high. But when you're at the top of it and you're looking down, fucking hell, it's a long way down. And
I'm not good with heights.
And getting the lift down, because you can see through the whole of the lift shaft to the ground. And when the lift came up, we all stepped in, and I felt like I was walking off the side of the building. And when it dropped, bearing in mind I was with clients and a load of people in a lift that I didn't know. As it went down, it dropped. My stomach came out of my mouth, and I was like, "Fucking how?"
Is this Jamie? Is this all by way of just giving you an excuse for why you're going to bottle it?
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm one of these that doesn't go to a theme park because I'm not going to pay to have the shit scared out of me, and I don't see the point in paying to be scared.
Would you do it for charity?
Don't put me in this position.
No, we did. I think we did decide that we were going to probably do it for charity, didn't we? Would you do it for charity? Come on, James.
That's right.
Would you do it for charity?
It's funny. I mentioned it to my health and safety coordinator yesterday.
he's gone all politician on us. He's not answering the question. He's decided to give us a different answer. It's just a yes or no, surely. Surely it's just a yes or no. It's literally just a yes or no, Jay. Yes or no. Just a yes or no, mate.
Hold on a minute, Piers Morgan.
I'm going, Piers Morgan. Will you answer the question? It's just a yes or no.
As I was saying, I mentioned it to my wife yesterday, and straight away she said, "You ain't fucking going." No, she didn't say "you ain't" because she doesn't speak like that. But she said, "You aren't."
She did swear.
Yeah, no, she said, "You're not going on that fucking skywalk." So
okay.
I'm not allowed.
Right.
Don't give me all that.
Oh, wait, mate. Don't fucking put it down to your wife. That is the biggest cop out ever. Don't try and blame your wife for your bottling it. That's absolute. Get her on. Go and get her on so she can account for you actually. She can vouch for this bollocks that you're trying to spout at the moment.
I'm not afraid to admit that I'm shit scared.
Anyway, I think
that's it.
I reckon.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just. Would you do it for charity? That's what I'm saying. You might be scared, and
he's not answering that.
Yeah, I think Tangana was obviously very scared, and he tiptoed around it, clinging on. And you can tiptoe around it, clinging on, and I won't laugh. And I won't film you when we go, bro. I'll leave it out.
Anyway, I've got an on this day.
All right. Okay.
Well, hold on. We haven't found out what Andy's going to be. Haven't found out who Andy's going to be.
Would Andy like to do the skywalk?
Oh yeah. I'm happy to do it.
I think I would probably.
Sorry, Andy. Sorry.
Andy. Sorry. I would enjoy doing it. Yeah, I think I would be okay with heights. I think I've kind of.
Why don't you come and do it with us then?
I've got to help Jamie set up the tap room.
Exactly. But Andy, what you could do is you could get to the top of the skywalk, and then get out that massive Spurs flag that you got sorted that says "Today is to Brew," and we could get a what do they call it? The droid things, the fly things.
Oh yeah,
a drone, and they can film it, and that would be cracking publicity. You might get a life ban from the stadium, but it'll be worth.
Be great publicity.
Yeah.
We could make a break for it, take the harnesses on, and run across the other end of the roof, and wave down to Redemption Brewery.
Yeah.
Take our harnesses off.
Yeah, and then run down. Make a break for it, and run all the way across the roof.
Not going to happen.
I did a bungee jump, and the guy said to me, like, I got to the top, and he said to me, like, we're going to count you down, 3, 2, 1, and just go. And he said, whatever you do, don't look down, because if you look down, you're not going to do it. So I looked down. So the first thing I did was look down. The next thing said, like, just go. You got to go now. Go. So, like, I looked out. I couldn't do it. And he come right. And one of the main rule is don't grab for the rope as you go down and come back up. Your natural instinct is to grab for the rope. Don't grab for the rope. So as I came back up, I grabbed for the rope. All rope burns up my arm. Everything I wasn't supposed to do, I did. But on the second, as you go down and come back up, on the way back down the second time, unbelievable experience. And my mates were a bit like you, Jay. They were like, we was on holiday, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do it." And we booked a day to do it. And we said, right, we're going to do it on the Friday before we go home. Woke up on that day. And we said, right, we're going over to that place. And said, right, who's doing it? And they actually literally just backed away. just left me stood in front of them. So fuck it, I'll do it anyway, because I'd kind of built myself up.
So you did it all on your own?
Yeah, I did it on my own. Yeah.
Wow.
And then, like, after I met my missus, we went and did one in East London. Did it again over here, and that was a bit shit.
It's addictive, isn't it? It's addictive. So there's one in America called the Slingshot.
Put you on the platform, took you up in a crane. It is, but you were on your way. We was on our way down before you actually did it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Slingshot is it? You get winched up to, like, I don't know. It's about 60 odd meters. You can't see it at the top, and then when you get to the top, you can hear them with a big tannoy saying 1, 2, 3, and then you let yourself go, and it's something else, and you're falling. It's like a bungee jump, but you're swinging from 60 meters.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, exactly. I think we should.
I'm scared just thinking about it. Please move on.
Yeah. Yeah. So Andy, with I've done a bit of research into what you're all about, and you've got this thing called the Redemption. Well, it's your logo actually, but it's the Redemption Star, isn't it? And that's based on the Brewer's Star. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
So each of the points of the star, you've got various parts of the process, and is that in any relation to the original Brewer's Star, or is this a...
Yes, in the old days, it was a sign of kind of purity and quality of the beer, so the different points of the star stood for the grain, the malt, the water, the hops, and the yeast, and it was, and of course, it's similar to a Star of David as well, and so quite often people initially assumed when they kind of saw us in Tottenham, of course, is instead of a Jewish connection to Star of David.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of an interesting connection, and it's something we kind of started with, and we've just always kept.
Yeah, it's really good. When you changing it to a white background, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, not. Yeah, I was just about to answer that. When are we changing the colour?
I know. It's one thing we do get a bit of. We did some. So when we were in the Spurs stadium with Hotspur in the boxes, we did some of the bar runners that we've got, and we did them in blue specifically rather than red for the stadium. So obviously, thinking back to those days, we should have we weren't kind of thinking too much about, right, okay, so the branding person that did it kind of suggested red, that would be good. It would kind of be a strong statement, but probably blue might be a bit more.
But mind you, we have logos on our shirts that are red, so we can't see much about it, to be fair.
Except for the yellow shirt, there's now got a black logo on it.
That's true. Yeah, that looks lovely, actually, that shirt. That's a lovely kit.
That yellow kit is banging.
Did you want to bring something up about that, Jamie?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And whilst you do that, we'll open the Hotspur.
Yeah. Is it a Hotspur or a Big Chief?
Big Chief, isn't it? And
Hotspur first, probably.
Hotspur first. Yeah.
When you said you'll leave me to it, Andy, I thought you were all going to bugger off then and just leave me talking to myself for a little bit.
It's a possibility, mate.
Okay, all right. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on this the whole kit sort of thing, because we end up in this same situation season in, season out, where kits are leaked months and months before. I mean, the home kit, the green kit, the yellow kit, they've been available on DHgate for months and months and months, and people have been buying them for 10, 12 quid, 13 quid, and they look proper legit. And also last night, obviously went onto Twitter, and the kit, the third kit is available to buy on Next, and this is before the club have even launched the kit. I mean, why? What's going on? How do we end up with this leakage year in, year out?
DHgate, they're not bona fide kits, are they? They're copies.
Oh, they're proper moody, yeah.
Yeah, but I think Jamie's point is valid in terms of the fact that obviously the designs and the designs for the kit,
they've been leaked, haven't they?
And leaked.
Yeah,
but is that something that's since we've moved to Nike that's been more prevalent? It's happened more and more since we've been under Nike. I think that they've actually.
I don't know. I suppose it depends on where the factories are. So, if the factories are in China, and I know when I worked for Converse shoes, our trainers were being made in the same factory as Reebok, so it was just another production line, and so you can imagine all these things get leaked. Because
that's the thing, you can just take one product, take it to a factory somewhere, and they'll be able to mock it up, knock it up, do the tags on it.
Easy.
Exactly the same product for a fraction of the price. But, we get this situation year in, year out where everyone knows what the kits look like. and then it's just an embarrassment. Well, not necessarily an embarrassment because, you know, I'm not that way inclined to think like that, but it is ridiculous.